Welcome to the Other Mike and Mike show where shoulder dipping is mandatory.
The shoulder dips, the shoulder dips, the shoulder dips, the shoulder dips. The shoulder dips, the shoulder dips, the shoulder dips, the shoulder dips.
Listen to me, Mike. Your self-esteem is low right now.
The shoulder dips, the shoulder dips, the shoulder dips, the shoulder dips.
You know how stupid that sounds?
The shoulder dips, the shoulder dips, the shoulder dips, the shoulder dips.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You ain't paying, we ain't playing, baby.
It is Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day. Will you be my Valentine, bitch?
I will be your Valentine.
I thought you already had a Valentine.
I do have a Valentine, but I can have a Valentine from each sex. So.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you? All right, so welcome to the Other Mike and Mike show. I'm Mike W.
I'm Mike T.
It is Valentine's Day. It is show number 23.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's my lucky number, man.
I know. Oh, geez, 23, man. It's been 23 weeks.
Don Mattingly, 23 red.
That was my sister's favorite baseball player.
Me
She's
too.
a Yankees fan.
Oh, well, listen, at least she's not a dopey head like you. Watch. Rooting for the fucking Red Sox. That's divorce between you and I.
Yeah.
I saw some of your old photos with a Red Sox hat. I'm like, if I didn't know him better, I'd walk up to him and just slap him in the face. Not even punch, just completely slap him right in the face.
Mattingly was a great player, though.
Yeah, it's the same back issues. It's keeping him out of the Hall of Fame because his back issues shortened his career. But that guy could hit for sure.
Lifetime 300, I think, right?
Great hitter.
Yeah.
Great hitter, stud. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's Valentine's Day. We're going to talk a little Valentine's this week. We're going to talk. I'm moving. I told you that, right?
Yeah, man. It's happening tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's happening tomorrow. Once we're done here, I got to fucking finish packing. And, it's a nightmare. There's so much shit goes on with moving. It's terrible.
Moving sucks.
Moving's terrible.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
You sound like you're in a cave today.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. I don't even know. I got some issues, and maybe this is the final straw to buy some new equipment.
What's going on? Your headphones don't work, you were telling me? Oh, I'm ready to move out. I got the sounds going. What do you think of Billy Joel?
I don't think I could sit down and listen to every single one of his CDs or albums or whatever you want to say. But
right.
There's quite a few songs that I like.
Fair enough.
I like a lot of songs.
I saw somebody put up a picture of him today, and it says it looked like a dying Anakin Skywalker. It was when he plays the harmonica. It's terrible.
That is terrible.
You get for your money, and it seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out.
That's me, man.
Yeah, it's moving does suck. My wife and I have done it a couple times now, and
This is my 10th move in 14 years.
it's crazy.
I change addresses like a car lease. It's like, once a year or two, what? I got like 15,000 miles on it, I need a new one.
Yeah, but I mean, the end result would be good for you. You know what I mean? You'll see the money difference.
Yeah, I'm going to save a fortune. Once a couple months rolls by, yeah, it's all good.
You'll be like, what the fuck? Where'd this chunk come from?
As long as I'm not spending it on expendables to try to save my life in the hood. Because I might have to hire some bodyguards and shit.
It's true. That's true.
It's fucking rough up there. Yeah, but it's all good. What are you going to do?
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Hot tub time machine. I walk into that place. It's like 1974. But, saving some loot. Some loot cake.
Speaking of hot tub time machine, that second one is going to be terrible.
I didn't see the first one.
Oh, see, I actually liked the first one. I laughed. It had me laughing in a few episodes, or in a few scenes, which is pretty good for like a cheap comedy, right? If you can get me to laugh 3 to 5 times, it's worth it. It's worth the 90 minutes.
Yeah, I'm in.
But this second one, it looks so bad, man. It's just so like John Cusack isn't in it, and I'm a huge John Cusack mark. I love John Cusack.
Oh, I didn't even realize he wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You can't be doing that. Making sequels without the star.
Right.
Although you got the Robinson cat in there, right? The guy that does the dark commercials.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny.
He is funny.
He was in a movie with Jeremy Piven. What the fuck was the name of that movie? They were selling used cars, man. That was hysterical.
Oh, I remember. You know what? I just watched that for the first time. It's funny you say that. Like a month ago. It was on like an FX or something like that. And I was just flicking around like, I never saw it. And I'm a big Jeremy Piven fan. And old boy was the DJ. He was the DJ that would never leave.
He was the DJ, wouldn't leave. He was the DJ in the strip club, too.
Yeah.
What the fuck was the name of that movie?
I can't even think of it.
Anyway, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Because I remember he was just like, hey, guys, we got bad news. Whoever's coming in to see Monica is dead. Right? I remember when I heard it, I just fell out. Like, man, what fucking movie are we watching here? They'd always go there for, like, the free lunch or whatever it was, and watch it. They had the strippers in the face, and the females from the office were there. The woman just twerking. And she's just trying to eat, like, the bologna sandwich. That's a great movie now. Now I got to look it up. God damn it.
It was a funny movie.
Shit. Oh, my God. I can't remember it. I can't remember what the name of the movie is. We'll look it up.
Yeah, it happens.
So it's Valentine's Day. I was kicking around some thoughts about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is one of those days that I hate forced holidays. You know, to me, this is like a forced holiday,
Right.
because it's not a holiday. It's like if it was on a Tuesday, we're not off. But if you're with somebody, it's almost like most of the times you got to get something. And if you're not with somebody, you just sit there wanting to suck the barrel, shaking in the corner. Why I'm not with somebody?
Yeah, like that's one thing that I never understood, right? Like you see all these people that always share these posts that, Valentine's Day is purposely, just these, it's purposely made in order for the single to feel depressed. Like, look, man, I was single for, I don't know, the majority of my adult life, right? From the time I graduated high school all the way up into the time that I met my wife. I was basically single. And Valentine's Day.
No steady Betty there?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean in the military when I was young, my first base I had a girlfriend for like a year and a half. You know what I mean? And then we went to different bases and then that was it, Right. But other than that, no, not really. And Valentine's Day never
bummed you out.
It never bummed me out. Like I didn't care. Like I just didn't care. Like it was just another day to me. I never thought about it. I never said, "Oh Jesus, I'm 22 and I'm single." Like
I didn't. I mean, when I was younger, I don't think I did. It was like one year that I was bummed out. Just one, because I was with somebody for a while, and there was some problems, and she started going with some other dude. And I remember they were it was almost like a bad '80s movie where I'm sitting on the front porch with like a snow globe music box and a stuffed bear and like a Whitman sampler, and they kept driving by my house and waving. You know what I mean? Where the guy just nodding his head, walking by and tooting the horn.
Man, that's awful.
It's terrible. It's just like, what is happening here? But besides that, I don't give a fuck about Valentine's Day. My wife loves it. Now, she loves it not because she wants something. I think she just is like girly and likes to draw hearts on like a notebook still, like she's in 5th grade.
Right. Like my wife loves it too. You know what I mean? Like I can live with or without it, but because but I also enjoy making my wife happy. So, we're going to go out to dinner tonight. We're going to see where the night happens. Maybe we stuff our faces so much at dinner that we just come home,
Right.
But, we're going to.
Whatever works. I mean, if you're with somebody and that's what you want to do or whatever you want to do, it's fine. I just don't want somebody to be like, Joe, you have to get a fucking card.
Right.
You have to do this. I'm like, I didn't do shit. I just said to her, listen, I didn't get you shit. We're moving tomorrow. And on top of it, her birthday is Monday.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, dude, this is a lot going on this weekend. We've got movers coming at 8 a.m. tomorrow. It's supposed to snow today, snow tomorrow. This is a fucking nightmare. I still have to pack. Like I'm like halfway done. So once we're done here, I got to pack up. And it's just, there's so much to move. You know what I mean? It's overwhelming. So I'm not in the Valentine's mood. I
don't have time to run a Hallmark.
It's not happening. Even coming home from work, I said, I'm too tired. There's a lot going on. I woke up this morning. I set my alarm to do the show. And she was like, Happy Valentine's Day. And I stretched, and I was like, Happy Valentine's Day. You want to get on this now or later? She just gave me the look and walked away. She's like, yeah, later, thanks. And that was it. I'm like, listen, you didn't get Jack. She's out now getting bagels.
Excellent.
And I said, oh, awesome, because there's nothing, the refrigerator's cleaned out. I said, yeah, nothing to eat.
Right.
And it's like 10 degrees, and I got shit to do this morning. You want to get some bagels? So she went to get some bagels, and I said, while you're out there, get this, that, and the other things. Now, so pretty much I sent her for like a list of all shit I need. Creamer, gin, at the Ford food groups.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Here's the shopping list.
There you go. Get cracking. But might want to put on layers. It's fucking cold out there.
It is cold, man.
But to me, it's like, whatever. It's just another day. I'm not, and for anybody out there, look, Happy Valentine's Day. Plus, it's a couple of my friends on my Facebook list. My pal Jen, Sir Ninja Turtles girl's birthday today. Happy birthday to her.
Oh, yeah.
She's probably like 29, 28 now, somewhere in there, I'm guessing. Youngins. What else is going on? I'm looking at my thing here. I have a list of Valentine's horror stories I want to talk about. What is this? Oh, my God. Okay, so let's read a couple Valentine's horror stories from couples that are in love, and sometimes it went a little awry. So we have on here Valentine's horror stories. She broke her nose during a blowjob. It was the night before Valentine's Day. I was so excited. I lied there waiting all night. Yada, yada, yada. Go for it. He's hard. Gets harder in the mouth. Seems to be into it. And all of a sudden, he wakes up. Oh, he was sleeping. So she tried to wake him up with a blowjob.
Okay.
He woke up in shock. Lightning fast reflexes right into my nose. Really hard. Despite what pornography may suggest, some men do not react well from being woken up to a blowjob. My nose is still bigger than it used to be, bottom line.
That is an excellent story.
Yeah, it says here that hand jobs with weirdly intense eye contact would have been a little bit better than getting their nose broken. So, there you go. 2, mistake cake. I made my high school boyfriend a cake, and it said Happy VD. We never had sex, and that was the end of our relationship. Oh, my God, it's amazing. Happy VD.
That is awful.
What the hell is going on with my computer today? Everything is slow. You ever had one of those days? I don't know. Oh, man. I got to get my computer to the kids, buy myself a new one.
It's probably filled with dirt.
Probably filled with porn. Or dirt. You're right. Side note, I saw that picture that you sent. Well, this is why people's computers don't work. That's mine. There's more filth. You would find more shit in my computer if you opened it up than, like, Geraldo did when he went into Al Capone's vaults. Yeah, you would find secrets of the meaning of life in there.
Well, I almost had to freaking go to, it's funny you say that, like I got a call, what was it, like Monday morning or something like that. They said, it's, one of the stores, completely down, the computer blew up and it's just making this loud pitch noise and it won't come up. And I'm like, oh man, and this was the store like out in Pittsburgh.
Trash.
So I was like, fuck, dude, that's like a 3.5 hour drive, man, and luckily, whatever, like someone else took the computer out for me. But, when the old one came back, I was like, dude, there was like Brillo pads,
What's
like normally, like when you touch dirt, it just turns to dust. I could I could like wash dishes with these clumps of dirt.
You take some grease off.
Yeah, it was awful.
It kind of looked like it was the lint from like a dryer.
It did.
You know how you're like cleaning a dryer?
Yep.
I'd like to know.
All right, so what else we got here? Valentine's horror stories. The ADHD triangle. One time, a guy said, I love you on Valentine's Day, and I replied, oh, so you waited until Valentine's Day to tell me? How manipulative. In my defense, we were walking out of a screening of In the Company of Men, and he said it after admitting that, A, he hadn't broken up with his girlfriend yet, and B, he couldn't hold my hand because we'd get caught. So he said, I love you, and then started to cry. Then he said, I've never said I love you to anyone before. Maybe it was the movie that's influencing me. Finally, I said, I love you too. And then he caught me stealing his Adderall. It's fucking retarded. First date from hell. I met a guy singing at a karaoke bar. First of all, karaoke bar is probably not the best place to find guys.
No, certainly not. Not unless you're into Asians.
Oh, my God. Yada, yada, yada. It was so loud, and I was so high, and I just said, let's go to the bedroom and get away from all the music. They started making out. There's nothing sadder than a flaccid hand job. He couldn't get it up. And I just left and watched my Bones CD, and we're still friends on Facebook. My Bones DVD. I don't even know what Bones is. That's a show?
I think so, yeah.
Rock Bottom Valentine's Day. My Rock Bottom Valentine's Day occurred 2 days after a drug overdose. Okay. To prove I wasn't suicidal, I showed my doctor the dress I purchased to wear on Valentine's Day, and my boyfriend brought roses during the visit. The roses were not allowed into the room in case there were weapons in there. I was only allowed to look at them through the door of the nursing station glass. Okay. So if you want to get committed on Valentine's Day, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
What else? Any good ones here? These are all weak. Mirror, mirror. Once upon a time at a marijuana-fueled liberal arts school. Well, there you go. I was a video art student who had fallen hard for a guy who, after some wooing, broke my heart when he abruptly left school to deal with personal problems. Well, that shit happens. I don't understand what the problem is. I experienced love for the first time in the first grade. This can't be good. I was so enamored that I could stare at this kid for hours. Dude, you're in the first grade. This isn't written by a teacher, is it?
I don't know. It all depends on where it took place.
On Valentine's Day, I carried a ream of construction paper and some scissors to his cubby hole and stood there, transfixed, and I cut dozens of construction paper hearts, one after the other, scrolling I Love Alex across each one. This girl's going to boil a rabbit someday in her life.
Yeah, like she's in the first grade and she's already kind of psycho.
I stood there until the cubby was completely full and the teacher pulled me away for a one-on-one lecture about appropriate boundaries and paper waste. Okay, that girl's ready to kill a man one day.
Yeah.
I really don't. Was there any other ones on here that are any good? The text message breakup. It's never good to text message you break up. Check no, yes, or oops. What is this in the fifth grade? What is happening here? Where's the adults? I feel kind of like I'm going to get a Megan's Law reading these things.
I know, like there's nothing in, like, is there nobody monitoring them? Like, I don't get it.
Do you like, one of those things I gave a boy, do you like me, click yes or no? And I filled it with word searches and riddles. Speaking of word search, we got to have a news story to talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't paying attention, so I tipped so far back in my chair that I slipped, I fell, and my finger was crushed between the chair and the filing cabinet. I immediately started sobbing and ran to the nurse. If I remember correctly, there was a field trip to the high school to hear their band play that day, and I missed the bus because I was with the nurse, and by the time I returned, the kid was gone. Dude, why are you telling me stories about fifth grade? I want to hear, like, you getting banged and, like, left somewhere after a roofie.
Right, I want, like, some crazy...
dippage.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I'm not reading any more of these. These are all retarded. I need to go to Cosmo and read the Cosmo ones. You always hear those where the guy, like, just blew snow in the mountains.
Right.
And then just left. He ran away with my grandmother. That's what I want to hear. That Valentine story where you go to the nursing home and you're the knight in shining armor and you pull the 90-year-old out of there.
Right.
And you're just destroying it. And you could feel it like a Twinkie because, she's way past the point of childbearing age. That's what I want to hear about.
Well, yeah. I mean, those are the stories that we talk about, not fifth graders writing crazy love notes.
No. I mean, I have a couple friends who'd rather talk about fifth graders, but that's not appropriate for the other Mike and Mike show.
Yeah. Not at all.
Do you have any flashbacks to good or bad Valentine's Days?
I remember you saying that to me, but I don't really. It's like I said. For the majority of my adult life, I was single, so I really didn't have any Valentine's Days, and I don't know. I don't like.
Yeah,
that's boring, and it's like what the fuck. But like, I really don't have any bad experiences or.
I had one time where I had a Valentine's Day that was amazing. When I was in my youth, and I went with this girl, and it was one of those things where I took a half day at work. She came to my office where I worked, and I'm trying to think how old I was, maybe 22, 23. And it was one of those things where we hadn't dipped it. There was no dippage. Nothing. It was just like, how you get that, you're in that playful stage where you think about her and you're talking on the phone a little bit. I remember how it was.
Right.
She came by the work, and next thing you know, we wound up just destroying it all day. And I remember she actually cleaned the sheets at night, like 3 a.m. She like stripped the bed and cleaned it because it was just destroyed. And I remember I got like a stuffed animal for her, and we were listening to some loud music, and just, it was one of those things where you get lost, you're knee deep. She was wearing my Ranger jersey, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then like a couple of days later, I'm just like, yeah, on to the next. You know how it is when you're at that age.
Right.
It's like, wow, I don't want to have to buy her something else after this. I got shows to buy and weed. I can't be supporting somebody in my 20s.
Yeah, man, I can't be having a girlfriend.
Jesus Christ.
I got more important things to buy in my
She
life.
was like, oh, we can go and do this. I'm like, yeah, no, you can. I got shit to do. I'm like writing songs. I'm going to be the next fucking Sinatra. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, listen, you're cute and all. There's a day that we used that line.
Oh, yeah.
You're cute and all. But there's always but next. It's terrible, but I don't know. So, I'll have pals that'll listen to this and they'll say that was the reason why you got VD twice in fucking 4 months back then. You couldn't know when to keep it in your pants.
Right. Hey, but look, I think
you live once, man.
I think throughout most guys' careers, life careers, that's the way that we are. You know what I mean? That's the way that I was when I was in the military.
Yeah, you go through that stage where you just like, you're hole hopping.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't care. It's like, I don't care.
This girl here, I really liked. That was what, like, now being, you look at 20-something years later, you grow up a little bit. You're married, you get settled in, and, that doesn't become, your brain changes a little bit. You get straightened out. Back then, the thought was, wow, man, I can't live without this girl. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, oh, she's everything. And you're thinking about her, and I'll be at work and just stare and be like, man, I wonder what it would be like to just, like, lick her thighs. You know what I mean? Or you just hold her hand and just like you sit there and you're like your heart's beating out of your chest, you sweat a little bit, and you think about her. And then Valentine's Day rolls around, she picks you up at work, you seal the deal. Next thing you know, she's got nothing on but your jersey, and from 3 in the afternoon to 3 in the morning, you're destroying it. You go through a 12-pack of Profo. You know what I mean? Like a 6-pack of Bud. And you're like, yeah, you're going to clean the sheets too? Man, you're awesome. And everything's done. You're like, yeah, I need the jersey back. We got a home game this week. Right? And you can keep the stuffed animal. And you just light up a fatty, and you just nod like, man, that's a fucking good day. Hands smell like butterscotch, and then it's a mess. And back then, I had to change my pager number because my beeper was going off like I'm a drug dealer. It's like, listen, that girl crazy. She would type shit that you turn the pager upside down. It would say, I love you in the letters. In the numbers, I mean. But it would look like letters. I'm just like, yeah, no. Next.
Stage 4 clinger.
Yeah. Just like, nope. And then you got that email, man. She sent me like, that was like, just when like emails and internet were like starting to take off.
Oh, man, she was sending emails.
Yeah, where I didn't even know how to log in, where I was using this like service that was like a mom and pop shop in like a strip mall, and you're paying like $60 a month just to get email.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like right before like at the same time, what was it, America Online, AOL came out.
Oh, yeah, the infamous dial-up.
Yeah, and everybody had that. And it was right before I went to America Online, I had this service, and I was like, man, I was a cool kid. I'd have like these emails, and she sent me this email that was so long, and just that's where it starts. That's where it started, where instead of having that breakup face-to-face or you call somebody on the phone, now you can just email them. You don't have to see the person. And I got it wasn't even a breakup. So it's like, how dare you not want to, return my calls, or, I'm paging you, and I stopped by your work, and they said you weren't there, but I think you were hiding because your car was there. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, you were cool. Happy Valentine's Day. Put that in like your scrapbook that it was like some good dick. I don't know. What about for me? We're young. And I'm really immature. And I'm kind of like I'm like an extra from Half Baked.
Right.
Because I couldn't decide whether I like weed or poon. And I like them both. But I had to pay for the weed. And I couldn't support no girl wanting like me to take her to the boardwalk or movies and shit. Can't have that. I just want to dip it.
You log in and you have like 37 emails and you don't even know how to log in.
Yeah, I log in. It's like, and it finally comes through. And this is why I'm paying $6 a month to get an email from this fucking crazy bitch. I'm like, what was her name again? She did give my jersey back, right? That bitch better not take my Brian Lee's jersey. I'll kill a bitch. Come on, man.
That's great.
It's amazing. Anyway, and then you get those songs that you think about too. You ever hear a song on the radio, and you start thinking about like a specific girl or something. I mean, I was putting on Pandora the other day, and you have like the shuffle, and something comes on. It's like, oh my god, remember her? Yeah, you have to have that.
That happens to me a lot.
There's a band that I haven't heard in ages. Let me see if I can find it. If I have a clip here. So this comes on Pandora, and it's God Lives Underwater. And I heard this, and right away I think of this girl.
Life's not fair. I correct myself. I mean, all the time.
So that's God Lives Underwater. I don't know if you ever heard that band, but that's back from like the 90s, right?
Yeah, I mean, the song actually sounds familiar. So, I mean, but it doesn't like entirely
right
her on.
No, it's one of those bands, if you watched MTV's 120 Minutes, where all the alternative bands were on and stuff back then. Matt Pinfield did this show. And I liked them. They were cool. I think the lead singer killed himself, which is bizarre. It's neither here nor there. Had nothing to do with the story where I was going to tell. But this comes on Pandora. And I think of this chick, and all of a sudden I got this amazingly wave of guilt. Maybe that's because of not like the girl you banged on Valentine's Day, whatever it was in 1993 or whatever the fuck day it was, but guilt where like I met somebody through a friend, right? And this is like the one time I'm going to be a little mushy, so you can slap me next time you see me. Just slap me hard for telling the story.
And there's nothing wrong with it sometimes.
I still feel to this day like I just did somebody dirty, and I didn't. And, in hindsight, I didn't mean to. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I met her through a friend. That's never. The more, it's not even a friend. Through an acquaintance, it has to be a really good friend to be like, because people in your circle know what's going to work and what's not going to work,
right? Or
what's worth giving it a shot to see if it's going to work. Where acquaintances are just like, yo, man, my sister's got like a cousin who can't find somebody. And she may look like a ball of pus, but you guys might hit it off. And that's kind of like what it was. And, oh, man, it was just one of those things where I met her, and she was nice. It is tough. When you meet girls that are nice, it's always tough. You know what I mean? Because they're fragile.
Right.
She was super nice. And I don't know what happened. I had a moment of weakness where we were going at it. Like, we're watching at the ocean one day. Where I grew up, you used to be able to pull up to, like, we called it the inlet. And you could watch boats and stuff, and we were, making out. And I'm just like, yeah, she's really nice, man. She like sends me a lot of nice emails. She don't swear, don't curse, but at the same time, I do. And I realized that sometimes you need somebody that has your sense of humor, not somebody that's super nice. But anyway, so she invites me over to house sit her sister's house. Now, being naive as I was, I didn't realize that, man, I want you to come over here and rock me in this 4-post king-size bed. You know what I mean? So, and I'm totally missing the signals, dude. I totally missed the signals. And I wasn't going there. I wasn't thinking that. And I remember sitting there and we're watching this movie. I think it was like In Time. It was like Johnny Depp and Christopher Walken. This awful movie that was in real time to what was going on. So, like, if the movie was 88 minutes long, it was in real time to the movie. You know what I mean? So, every minute that went by was a minute in the movie. So, you watched, like, it was like 88 continual minutes in a movie.
I think I've heard of that movie, but I've never seen it.
Terrible. No, this was awful. It was even more awful that we're sitting on the couch and like I'm gonna get something to drink, and I'd go up and get a beer, and then I would come and sit further away. Just because I was trying to get comfortable, and
right.
She was just like, well, "Why not sit over here?" I'm like, "Is this a lazy boy chair? I could put the feet up on this bitch." Not realizing that she was trying to get me closer and get me upstairs. And finally got to a point where like the movie was over. She was house sitting. There was cats, and I'm allergic to cats. And they had this big fucking tabby cat. It was like I'm like, listen, any bitch that's got cats, I can't handle.
Right.
Right away. It's just that to me, that's a warning sign. It's like, get out. And I had the pager, like I said, it's going off. I'm like, I had this like shitty pager. When you used to have, remember you used to have like little shacks you could buy pagers from?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. So I had like different pagers for different folks because they were cheap. At one point, they got to the point where they were almost giving them away. I said, "Can I use your phone?" So back when you wanted to use people's phone, I'm calling them. Just like, the boys are like, "Yo, man, we're gonna go yada yada. Gonna go see this band play." I'm like, "All right, I'm in." And I was like, "Yo, high five!" Like I dapped it.
Gotta go.
I'm like, "Listen, I'm gonna go watch a band. No, it's all good. You're gonna be all right here, right?" And then she writes me, "Yo, what are you doing?" Same type of shit. "I thought you were staying the night." I'm like, you got to tell it. Dude, any kind of guy that's like smoking a lot of weed and drinking, sometimes you got to tell him, "Listen, I want you to hit this shit."
Look, smoking or not, sometimes you just got to tell a guy what the fuck you want.
Yeah, like if you would have just sat there and started taking your panties off, that's it. I get it.
Right.
Or
right.
you got to sit there and just like, if you walk, like if I'm sitting there sprawled out, drinking like a Schlitz, watching a shitty movie, and you decide to walk by bottomless, that'll change my whole way of thinking.
Yeah, I will probably turn off the movie and get up.
No, I'm going to leave the movie on. That's why God created Doggy Style, so I can finish watching the movie. I continue to watch. I might need, at that point, I probably would have needed a little Christopher Walken or Johnny Depp to maintain the erection.
Fair enough.
But just tell me. I mean, and then I feel bad. Then I left, and then the next thing you know, she was like, "I thought we had something. I thought you were going to stay the night." And then I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I got to hit that?" Damn. Yeah. And then I went out with her again. And then finally did. And finally, it's like, all right, let's seal the deal. And, it's always okay in the moment. And then afterwards, you're like, yeah, that wasn't so great.
Look, expecting us to be mind readers can, more times than not, will cause more problems.
Oh, absolutely.
Just, it's like, oh, well, you should have known. No, I shouldn't have known.
How am I going to know?
I'm not fucking Miss Claire or whatever her name was.
I have no idea.
The psychic lady, you know what I mean? That was always on at like 2:00 in the morning. That she got like in trouble. She
exactly. I remember her.
Miss Jones or Cleo Jones. I forget what her name.
Yeah, Cleo. Miss Cleo.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. And you can't expect me to tell the future. I don't know what the fuck you want. Just fucking tell me.
Yeah, that's why there's Victoria's Secret. Like, put something on. Put a teddy on to walk by.
Right.
Like, ooh, is that silk?
I'm a very straightforward kind of person. You can't expect me to assume what is needed. Just tell me what's needed.
Yeah, for sure. I just need to know. Like, even today, I'm the same way. I mean, you could fast forward to the point 20-something years later, and you got a lot going on, and I've been busy and work, and I'm just like, my mind's flooded, you're moving, and I'll just get that random text, you're hitting this tonight, right? I'm like, okay.
Hey.
That takes away all doubt.
Yep, no problem.
I didn't even have it on the radar. Now, I had to move the mac and cheese off of the front left burner to add something to my burner. I only got 4 burners going, and that wasn't even on one of the 4 burners.
Right.
It is now. I actually got a skillet, and it took burner 1 and 2.
Now it's a priority.
Now it's right in the front of the burner. It's like, oh, shit. Now I can't even focus.
Just make it known, and I'll make it happen.
Yeah, and she was one of those. She just wrote me this scathing email. It's a fucking email that ruins single guys' lives. And she wrote me a scathing email that, I didn't want nothing to do with her after that. It was just like, listen, there's no future here. You like really bad music, and you have bad hair and bad teeth, and that's like 3 things that I just can't handle. And I've always been a music snob, just
right.
like just terrible. It's either this is trash or not trash, and that was one of the hiccups. The one hardest part that me and the wife now had problems with was music, because she was into like hair bands and metal, and I couldn't anything like rock and roll. I couldn't. That was good when I was 8.
Right.
It has to have a horn section. It's got to have somebody who knows how to write and read and write music. Who wrote the score? And she looked at me like, who wrote the score?
What is this, a basketball game?
Like, no, yeah. What's wrong with you? I'm like, dude, these guys can't write music. You want me to go see Kiss and Motley Crue? I used to beat, and even to this day, I still have a pit in my stomach. Like Cinderella, I'll never listen to. Like I used to beat up guys that would listen to Cinderella. Like there was a guy in high school who had a Cinderella jacket. I walked right up to him and broke his nose.
I don't even think I know a song by fucking Cinderella.
Awful.
Yeah.
Cinderella's awful. And I know I have friends that we go on the Kiss cruise that love Cinderella. No, it's just terrible. It's fucking terrible.
They are terrible.
Terrible. Try to listen to Cinderella. I won't even put it up. I'd rather sit through the movie Cinderella than listen to one song
Right.
by Cinderella. It's just that bad. It's just like, come on. And I only got back to listening to rock music because of the wife. And yeah, I love it. But there's select bands that I love, like the ZZ Top picture you put up. I'll always have a soft spot for ZZ Top. Alice Cooper, Motley Crue. You know what I mean? But there's some Cinderella, no.
Well, ZZ Top were amazing musicians, man.
Yeah.
Like they played their instruments very, 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 very well. You know.
They're great.
Plus, that picture is amazing.
That picture you put up was so good.
Yeah.
Bottom line is this girl just like, you know, if you're listening to really bad music, like if you're into Chris Isaac or something, I can't handle it. When you're the president of the Chris Isaac fan club, it's like, yeah, we got to move on. It's a wicked game you play to make my peen this way, but I got to move on.
That's who sings that song. Yeah, Wicked Games. You know what? I kind of like that song.
Yeah, because you were masturbating to the model that was in it.
Most likely.
Yeah, of course. When you're rubbing one out. But yeah, I couldn't do it. And it was terrible. And you get that email, and I kept that email, I tell you, for like 15 years. I'm not going to lie.
You kept it.
I did, because it made me feel bad, because I felt like then afterwards, maybe I let it run. Maybe I need to grow up a little bit and learn, and not to trample on people's emotions, because I had it done to me, and I don't like it done. You know, and we're cavemen. Men are cavemen. Because I'm like, I don't like me do bad thing. Me keep email to know me no do again.
Me do whatever me wants.
Oh my God! But I know I'll dip that shit again if she calls.
They can spit my water.
Because that's not even makeup sex. That's like hope of possible relationship sex.
Yeah.
Where she'll give you a performance that you're throwing flowers and there's a double encore.
That's like a do-over.
Yeah, let me really show you what I can do.
We all want a do-over.
There's only certain positions you can put a baby platypus in, and that's what her body type was, and it's just not happening. I mean, you got the hair of the cowardly lion, you got the body of a fucking baby walrus, and like somebody really, you need like a plastic surgeon to fix your face.
That's awful.
And your music talent, I'm thinking you're like Helen Keller. The music talent that you're listening to, there's no talent. It's terrible. And obviously, the fact you made me watch In Time, I mean, you couldn't put a movie on that was somewhat good. Couldn't watch Purple Rain. You know, the video store only had this.
Right.
The VHS, can't handle that.
Well, maybe it's a good thing that your buddies called you that night.
Dude, they saved me from a life of destruction. I would have been the Tin Man to that cowardly lion.
Well, you probably would have been a divorced man.
Yeah, or dead.
Yeah, or dead. One of the two. Or if you can have your thigh bitten and bruised, it looks like a baseball bat.
Oh, my God. Did you see this with David Wells?
Oh, my God, dude.
So, for folks out there, David Wells is a pitcher. He threw a perfect game for the Yankees. If you're not a sports fan, he's one of those guys that just says it like it is. But he puts this thing up on Twitter of his leg, his thigh. First of all, when did his thigh go from being muscular to like 90-year-old man thigh?
It does, doesn't it? I was thinking that. Like it literally looks like it's a 90-year-old man's thigh.
It's like his bad grandpa. And he's only a couple years older than me. But what happened to him? He's got the tatted arm. You see the tatted arm, but his leg is just, that leg screams, I need to be in a home.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Oh, so it's purple from the kneecap to the groin, all the way across the surface. It's just as purple will be. It's purple like if you had a chance to have a night with Kate Upton, that's the shade of your penis.
Yeah, it's
that's as purple as this is.
It's so bad. When you first sent me that link, the first thing in my mind was like she hit him with a baseball bat or she hit him with some kind of blunt object, you know?
But you look furthest towards the groin, you see the bite mark.
Yeah. Like that shit. Like she fucking bit hard.
Dude, this is like the strain. Like there's some kind of alien in his fucking leg.
Yeah, there's something brewing in there. And
you can follow him on Twitter. Go to Boomer Wells 33. That's David Wells, and he's authenticated with the little check mark. But it says here, this is what happens when you cheat on your wife with the picture. FYI, she bit me. Now, at dcone 36. That's David Cohn?
Maybe.
Let me see who he is. Let me click on that.
That's David
It's
Cohn.
David Cohn. The Yankee great pitcher. He pitched for the Mets, too. It says, now Cohn wants her to bite him, crazy sucker, with a picture of her. Her smiling, and then he told you. And then it just says, that's the full story. Barring further tweets, the only one who seemed to come out looking good in this is his wife's orthodontist. What is happening there? How does that only have like 8 retweets?
Right.
And the the tweet I put out this week's got like 15 about the MMA.
Yeah. Dude, let me tell you what, David Wells is the man, though. He freaking hides nothing back.
No, that's amazing. And then he's smiling, and he's telling his pal David Cohn, who's another Hall of Famer, yo, you want my crazy bitch wife to bite your thigh?
David Cohn was a stud.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome pitcher. Listen, Wells was a stud, too. Not on the level as Cohn, but one of those guys that he was just like, I could go out there blowing like a 3-4, shoulder dipping hard, and still throw a shutout.
Right.
And that guy was a drunk.
Well, he won 239 games.
Yeah, and he had a perfect game. And Cohn had what, 2 no-hitters?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he was a stud too. But Cohn was like, he got caught masturbating. Remember that? It was like when there was a joke when we were kids. It said the announcer said David Cohn was warming up in a bullpen, man, and he was actually masturbating.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like something like that because he got caught masturbating like in public. Yeah, he went through a little wackadoo stint before he was straightened out. But obviously, David Wells never grew up because his wife, who's smiling here, who looks like she could be as crazy as the girls that I dated when I was in my 20s.
She does look crazy.
Or it's crazy. She might have written the letter in 5th grade or cut out all the hearts in the cubby hole.
Those actually look like veneers. They probably do some serious damage to an inner thigh.
Dude,
obviously.
you lucky didn't like rupture a carotid.
Yeah, something, man. Like
What what's the major artery that goes through the leg? I mean, she could have ripped that out, man. It would have been like Rick Grimes, right? And she looked crazy.
I'm not sure what goes through the thigh. What artery?
Oh my god! All I know is this bitch looks crazy.
Crazy.
Oh my god! So anyway, what else we got going on? Do we want to do song? Do I have anything else as far as Valentine's Day? I mean, Valentine's Day is one of those things. Listen, don't feel bad if you're by yourself, or if your wife or husband or girlfriend or boyfriend makes you feel like you're by yourself. Because I had some guy giving me the blues yesterday, like his wife is so distant, and all I want to do is bang this girl at the supermarket, and she's all over me. And what if I get caught and get a divorce? I'm just like, dude, fuck it. If you're unhappy, you want to bang the girl that's bagging the groceries? Tap that shit all day.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah. It's like, listen, I had enough problems where I got to worry about your dopey head.
Yeah, just prepare yourself to deal with
Divorce.
some bullshit.
Yeah, and not seeing your kids ever again.
Right.
I said, you're better off killing the wife first. I mean, if it's that bad, I just like put a pillow over her face one night and just say she died in her sleep. He just looked at me funny, and I was like, I gotta go. I mean, I would kill her if it was me. Find a way to do it so you don't get caught, and just kill her, and then go bang somebody else. So that's happy for Valentine's Day. Moving on. Let's do some news, so I can start packing. I'm actually trying to find a song here so I can play this later. Let me see if this works. I just thought of something while I'm doing. All right, so this works fine. One of the other things I was looking through real quick before we move on to the news is you saw I put some posts up about the Slackers. I love the band the Slackers. I would love to get Vic Ruggiero on the show, who's the lead singer of the Slackers.
Yeah.
So I was listening, like Married Girl I put up last night. And I started thinking about, that's another thing. I mean, never go after like a married, if you're going after like a married man, you're out of your mind. Or the same thing with a dude. If you're going after like a married woman, don't do it.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. And it's also not to mention highly inconsiderate.
Yeah, it's just keep your dick out of my wife, or vice versa. Keep your snatch. Thank you guys. Okay, I was going to play that clip, and then I decided not to. But where I was going with this is that I'm at work, right? And it was one of those days yesterday where all the flowers come rolling in because everybody's like, "Oh, God, I love you," and maybe I might get laid for the first time this month. It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But there was a guy in the office who has 4 kids. He cheated on his wife last year. She took him back because she was about to give birth to like kid number 5. He buys her this humongous amounts of flowers. Dude, when you're spending all that money, you could, first of all, if you're going to spend like over $100 on flowers, my advice to any guy out there, send her to a spa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Send her to a spa. Right?
Right. Agreed.
Right. So, like what I did, my wife don't like flowers, but she likes getting rubbed down. So I said, well, listen, it's your birthday. Valentine's, let's combine it. I'm going to send you to a day of bliss. You get like a 2-hour massage. I don't give a fuck what it costs. You know, it's expensive. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
But she's going to get the facial massage. It's like a couple $100. But I'm like, good. I'd rather do that than buy flowers and dinner and all that other bullshit. And it takes me out of the loop and it makes her happy.
Yeah. No, 100%.
So if you try to impress some girl, instead of sending her like $200 worth of like long stem roses, send her like $200 massage at like a Bliss or a high end spa. I guarantee.
Yeah, man, dude, fuck flowers, especially flowers that are going to die in a week. You spend all that money, and they're good for just a few days.
Girls will love the spa.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that they would enjoy a day of relaxation and facials and whatever, you know what I mean, over some flowers.
I have a coworker who's like, no, my wife's a fucking wildebeest, and she refuses to take like her clothes off in front of somebody else, even in front of me.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, well then maybe get her a salad bar subscription. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, guy, but
right.
I mean,
the thing is, I can't even get my wife flowers for the house, anyways, because our animals will destroy them.
Oh, that's so good.
I mean, like literally destroy them. You know, we can't have a Christmas tree. We can't have anything like that. And
what the hell what do you got? What are you, Dr. Doolittle? What kind of animals you got over there?
No, we just got 2 cats. It's just that, you know, they're very aggressive when it comes to things like that they can chew on and bat at and climb and things like that.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Get those cats in line.
Hey, look, man, we tried. The one is fine. The other is not so fine.
Dude, that's a mess.
A mess.
And here I am saying I'm not into cat people.
Yeah. Our cats are great, man.
You're a cat guy. I didn't realize that.
I never used to be until actually I met my wife. You know, I was a dog guy, and
I'm a dog guy, dude. Dogs all day.
Yeah. Well, we actually owned a dog, and then we ended up not owning a dog anymore, and went to the SPCA one day, saw a cat, got him. Went to the SPCA again, got a kitten. She was sick and skinny, and we got her. And
dude, cats are like what Chinese people do. They cut them shit up and throw it with some broccoli and some sauce, and that's dinner.
Nah, man, our cats are pretty good. You know, even the young one, she fetches.
Nah, I can't handle it. I can't handle cats, dude. First, I'm allergic.
Well, I think that's probably a big reason of yours.
And that's just, they don't, I need, you know, cats are just aloof. They're like, go fuck yourself. I need a dog to come when I whistle.
No, not ours. Ours are not like that.
Yeah, but you're not going to let them off leash when you're walking around outside.
Well, our cats don't go out.
No, that's what I mean. I need a pal. Like, a dog's a pal.
Yeah.
And you can fuck him up, and he gets all growly.
No, I see what you mean.
I'll send you videos of me fucking up my dog and him getting, like, pissed and us going at it. It's hysterical. I'm ready for another dog.
No, I see what you mean. I really do. You know, I love dogs too. I always was. I grew up a dog kid, you know, and it's just.
Yeah, I don't see the point of cats.
Yeah.
I just don't. But that's, you know, listen, you always get the dog people and the cat people. To me, it's just like, I don't know, it's strange. To me, it's just like there's a fucking creature in my house that doesn't even give a fuck about me unless I'm feeding it.
Right.
Where the dog is like the first person who wants to see you when you come home.
Oh,
the dog goes nuts every time you're around. You know what I mean?
But that's the way that our cats are. Like, they actually greet you at the door. They run over to the door when you get home. It's not like, you know,
I don't know, man. It's not the same.
That's why I never used to like cats either, because
it's not the same.
Do their own thing. You know, you're right. It's not the same.
I'm not throwing a tennis ball and that cat looking at you like, you can go fuck yourself. I need the dog to go over to get the tennis ball. Or if I'm being attacked and I'm like, yo, man. Although my old dog wouldn't do that. My old dog would be yawn and be like, you want to see my belly?
Right.
But you know what I mean.
Right.
I need a companion. Not like, if I want another aloof person wife, I'll move to Utah and get another wife.
It's just that, also with the schedule that both my wife and I have, it's nearly impossible to own a dog.
Yeah, that I understand. Well, listen, don't go get a pet if you can't fucking take care of it.
For sure. 100%. I agree.
Like, I'm not going to get another dog unless the wife could take care of it. 'Cause I ain't doing shit.
Right.
I mean, she came home with a C-section. I was like, listen, welcome home. Go walk the fucking dog. You're out of your mind if you think I'm picking up Deuce. Not once did I ever pick up Deuce. That dog lived 13 years. She went to the hospital. He went into the fucking dog spa. True story, man. I never changed a diaper either. That's a show for another day.
Yeah.
Oh my god, where was I talking about? Oh, the slackers. So this guy, he comes back to the wife, right? Reconciles, and now all of a sudden he's with the office whore, and he moved out again, and he's living with her, and the biggest thing of flowers comes, and I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? That's all I'm thinking about. What is she doing? And the whole everybody talks about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like, so from my public service announcement is just leave married people alone. But if you want, listen to some slackers and just listen to talk about some married girls. So I'm going to play a little bit of the slackers here. I love them, but just listen to the lyrics of this song and see if I can get to the chorus. This is them live, where she called me up on the sly. Please don't tell all your friends. The song "Married Girls," one of my favorite songs by them.
Because they might tell my husband, then I'll never see you. He'll probably wanna beat you, and I'm sure he would beat me too. So I called you on the sly. Please don't ask, 'cause you know why. Well, I won't lie and say I like the way you talk at me. It's more something like in the way you talk at me. So I'll see you at 6:30.
So you got to hear the chorus. When I first heard this song, like, let me see if I skip ahead to the chorus.
Station.
When I first heard the chorus in the song, when I saw them live for the first time years ago, I was like, dude, this is the fucking bomb. Then I went to bang a married girl, which probably is not the wisest thing in the world.
No, it's not, because we just talked about that.
Still, I couldn't help but think, as I drank my beer to meet her, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I gonna say? Like, married girl, don't you wanna smoke a little marijuana? Take some time and have a drink, and think about what you're gonna do to me. Married girl, ain't you worried if our love is kinda hurried, that you'll be left wanting more in the time after the man has murdered me.
I love it, man.
That's pretty good.
Married girl, don't you wanna smoke a little marijuana? You'll be left wanting more after the time your man has murdered me. It's pretty much true. Stay away from married girls. So, I love them. And check out some slackers, dude. Put some good music in your life, for fuck's sake. Stop listening to Chris Isaac.
It's amazing what some good music will do for your day.
Oh, my God. You're not kidding. Every time you walk into a room around me, I should play that. All right, so let's move on to the news. And we have to do our news this year. What is this? I was looking at something, and all of a sudden there was naked people on my screen. Oh, my God. I got to have a virus or something. You tap into this? You IT guy?
Yeah, I can actually. There's some things that you can actually put on your computer to where I can get into it, and I can.
What the fuck is going on here? All right, so
probably
we have to look at that. So what's the first news story? What we got going on?
Well, what I have over here, I got a few here, but the first one that I have is a Florida couple falls asleep in a dumpster and wakes up in a garbage truck.
Florida,
baby. And I actually had shared this out on our Facebook page too a couple days ago, or a few days ago on Wacko Wednesday. And so it's just a really quick one. It's authorities in Florida say man and woman who were intoxicated had to be rescued after falling asleep in a dumpster that was later emptied into a garbage truck. Hillsborough County Sheriff's officials say that the couple had been sleeping in a dumpster outside a convenience store near Tampa early Wednesday. Then the dumpster was emptied into the back of a garbage truck. they started screaming and hanging on the sides of the truck.
Come on, how do you fall asleep in a dumpster? And
Do you go into a dumpster to begin with?
well, it's Florida.
Yeah, it's true. Rescue crews were called just after 5 a.m. They removed a 37-year-old Donald L. Jordan and 49-year-old Lisa Cirabella from the truck. They were taken to Tampa General Hospital for after complaining of back pain. Deputies originally believed that they were homeless, but learned that they were highly intoxicated after hanging out at a nearby casino.
Would have been amazing if they went to one of them compactors and just crushed these people. Got rid of this fucking trash for life.
Be terrible.
Be amazing. It's 2 less fucking pimples on the ass of society.
No, it's true. It's true. But seriously, though, I mean, they assumed homeless, but they found out that they weren't homeless. So you have 2 people. Look, the level of intoxication that a human being would need to decide to go into a dumpster to go to sleep is beyond my capacity of knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I told you the time that I slept on 14th Street, Union Square in the city, right?
Right, I guess so. But I mean,
I slept with a homeless man and then woke up with no wallet, no shoes, and panhandled to get enough on the subway to take the N train home.
Damn.
And all I kept thinking was the lights at the what the fuck was it? Virgin Megastore were beautiful. It was almost like it was aliens. Until I realized I had no wallet, no shoes, and I had a panhandle. I stood there, I was like just asking people for fucking change until I got enough for a subway pass. Fail. Sorry, I digress.
Yeah, but no, I guess so. I mean, I've been pretty intoxicated before in my past, but I don't think I've ever been to the point to where I would actually crawl into a dumpster to go to sleep.
All you need to do is look at that photo of me between the 2 beds and know that I would have slept in any dumpster.
That's true.
I would have slept in any dumpster that night. And somebody had to roll me over so I didn't asphyxiate.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I was spewing vomit all over Axeman's bed.
Awful.
And woke up like 15 hours later. That picture will never get old.
No, it won't. It really is amazing.
Oh my God, we're terrible. I saw this one. I don't even know if I want to even talk about this. The artist claims hanging penis sculptures are clouds. You have a photo of that? Did you look at that?
You sent it to me last night, yeah.
Oh my God, it's. You saw the pictures. What is it?
Yeah. It looks like a big cock.
Yeah, it's a big cock and balls. What else could that be? Else could that sculpture hanging in the cloud? I mean, hanging outside. He's like, it's clouds? No, it's a dick.
No.
What does it look like then?
I don't have to be rude.
No, you don't. So we've gone Latin for the definition. Because
I don't want to be rude. Be rude.
Yeah, be rude. Please be rude.
Right. You know what it is. Let me see what this woman says.
I think like it. The structure, that is. I think
It's definitely a penis.
Yeah. Thank you.
There you go. It's definitely a penis. Dude, it's a huge penis. Why would you put that up? And you look at it, it's so rude.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's clearly obvious, right?
It's a huge cock and balls. How do you get away with just putting a massive, 30-foot cock and balls hanging between 2 buildings?
Yeah.
Like, if you and I did that, we're looking at, 5 to 10.
Right. I mean, it's clearly obvious.
This is our Mike and Mike statue. And it's the clouds showing. This is God's hand.
Yeah. And the motto is, go fuck yourself.
It's God's gland. Big cock.
It really is. I mean, it's a cock and balls.
Anyway, so that was out in Auckland, New Zealand, that some guy put this sculptor, Gregor. His name is Gregor Kegar. That can't be his real name.
It sounds like he would sculpt a penis.
I think he's doing a kegger. It's Gregor Kegar.
Gregor Kegar.
I don't know. He's got this huge penis. And they said that they call it, the piece is called Transit Cloud. And it was commissioned by the Auckland Council. And it's made up of 4 phallic-looking aluminum shapes. And he was given a cost of 200,000 Australian dollars, which is roughly 156,000 US dollars, to make these penises in the air. Dude, we're doing something wrong.
We are doing something wrong. I am in the wrong career field.
Okay, listen. He's got 4 penises in the air. Next news story. I can't handle it fucking today. I can't. What else you got, man? You got anything else?
Yeah, I do.
I got a couple. What, you got another one? Give me another one.
I do. You know how a lot of times now it doesn't say. First, I'm going to read the story. The title of the story is An 80-Year-Old Dolores Sheenus Turns Courtroom into Comedy Club.
Dolores Penis?
Dolores Sheenus.
Oh, I was going to say, no more penis stories. We already talked about penis clouds. All right.
I might be mispronouncing her name, but that's what it looks like to me.
Sheenus, penis, it's all good.
Anyhow, it says Dolores Sheenus, 80, as an 80 years old, charmed an entire courtroom when she appeared to answer for allegations that she violated an order of protection and resisted arrest. On Thursday, Sheenus stood before Broward Judge John Hurley. According to WPTV, the laughs began after Hurley implored Sheenus to stay away from her ex-husband. I haven't bothered him for 31 years. Why would I bother him now? Now, you know how they do. They record court. You know, there's a camera on her and there's a camera on the judge.
Correct.
So there's audio. So I'm going to play the. It's.
Yeah, let me hear some Sheenus penis.
Yeah.
I know that's not the point.
My
The point I'm
is,
telling you.
I need to keep you away from it. All right?
I haven't bothered him for 31 years. Why would I bother him now?
That's the $63,000 question, ma'am. But
Used
here's
to be
the thing.
64.
Okay. Well, that was before my time. Look, ma'am, just don't have anything to do with him. Stay away from him. all
I
right?
swear to God and all that's Tony on a stack of Bibles, I will never go near him, talk to him, call him, or
What was
even
the
look
first
at him.
thing you were going to swear on besides the Bibles? All that's holy. What?
I don't remember.
Oh.
What?
All that's holy.
All that's holy. Yeah.
Oh, all that's holy. Yes, sir. I didn't recognize your twang.
I thought of doing a stand-up routine. Have you ever thought of that?
I did. If you pay me good money, sweetheart, I'll be there. I'm really short of funds.
Ma'am, I got to tell you something. You seem like you have a great wit about you.
I do, sir.
Yeah, so...
I mean, sweetheart, that's the only thing I have.
I've been called sweetheart in this courtroom since, I guess, Mr. Miller took over. But
Really?
Just kidding.
Does that mean you're taking me for breakfast?
Let me ask you something, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
How have I done as a judge today? So far, how am I doing?
Not bad, but you could do better.
Can we get a drum roll with this?
Did you take pictures and audio? Did
Yeah.
you save yourself a lot of
We
time?
got it saved here, ma'am. And make sure,
Good.
aren't you supposed to say, and make sure you're going to tip all the bartenders and waitresses? You'll be here all week.
No, I don't tip anybody. I make them banana bread and chocolate pudding pie.
There you go. Well, he probably...
I make a mean chili.
There you go, ma'am. I got to tell you, you brighten my day, ma'am. All right?
That's what the last guy said. And then he sued me.
So, anyways,
What a mess.
I found it to be funny. It's this 80-year-old lady in court. Why they're arresting an 80-year-old lady to begin with for violating a restraining order, I'll never know.
Listen, the bitch is crazy. Doesn't matter how old you are.
That's true.
You know, you could be 110 and still be a nutcase.
That is true. And she did sound...
That bitch is crazy.
She's an 80-year-old crazy bitch.
So she's an old crazy bitch.
That bitch is crazy.
Oh, my God. What else we got? We got this middle school. Monessen middle school students given 50 Shades of Grey puzzles. I don't know if you saw this. Parents in Pennsylvania School District are turning 50 Shades of Red over the middle school students getting a word search that had words in it such as spanking, submissive, leather cuffs, and bondage. These were the ones that we can actually write on here. Other words were much more explicit. It seems that they were given to them in error, and they tried to get them all back, but unfortunately, one of the teachers said that one of the students were... Unfortunately, one copy was taken by a student and posted on social media, and that's why they got caught. I'll tell you, if my kid, who's in... I mean, obviously, these kids know more than I do, for fuck's sake, but I don't want this kids going to school and putting, like, you know, whatever they're putting on there. Goat porn. Whatever the word search is, clitoris.
Well, right. I mean, and, like we were kind of talking about offline, how they said it was a mistake. I don't understand how you make that mistake.
How's that happen?
How do you mistakenly give a word search based on the movie in the book, 50 Shades of Grey? How do you do that?
How does it happen?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's a disgruntled employee that...
Yeah, just like, let me put out this pornographic word search. The kids are loving that shit all day.
For sure.
I don't know. I don't know. Pennsylvania, you live out there. I don't know what the fuck goes on out there.
I don't know what the fuck goes on sometimes either.
What else we got? We got a battle between a harbor seal and a giant octopus that was caught on camera. Anybody wants to see this, look this up. Just look up fight between seal and octopus. This is insane. This octopus is fucking enormous.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And the seal and him are going at it. I mean, the seal is enormous too, but still, the octopuses. Octopi? What are they?
I'm actually not sure the plural form of octopus.
They're just crazy weird.
They freak me out. I told you that.
Yeah, they're very strange. I don't know. But I think they got that huge head. They have the huge alien head, that bird beak. They know they're really smart. I would love to have a conversation with an octopus. Maybe we should drop some acid and see if one will talk to us.
Did you ever see that video where they put the little octopus inside the fucking sealed jar of water and it figures out how to
open the jar?
Oh, fucking open the jar. Yeah.
Yeah, they're super smart, man.
It's amazing.
And then they'll just, like, if you like try to talk to them, they spray ink at you. Like, get the fuck out of here. Give me a beer, bitch.
They're violent. They're angry. They're angry. They're angry things.
I'll fuck you up.
They will. They fuck your day up with their...
Dude, I got 8 arms.
Say parrot-like beak.
Parrot-like beak, 8 arms, suction cups all over it. I'll be snapping, sucking things.
And spraying ink on you. They're fucking shit up, man.
Spraying ink, headbutt me with that enormous football head. They could be alien creatures. We don't know it. They could have been sent here from some kind of fucking alien land.
They really could be. They really could be. That could be like what they look like. Like they almost look like the Simpsons aliens, right?
They look like the Family Guy alien, just with 8 arms.
Oh yeah, the Family Guy alien, not the Simpsons alien.
No, not the family. Dad, what's that? Major Dad. Yeah, Major Dad. The alien lives in the attic.
No, I'm talking about the aliens in like...
It's the same guys that write that shit, right? But look at the alien from Major Dad.
Look at the alien from The Simpsons. It looks like an octopus.
It's probably the same guy.
It might be the same guy. But anyways...
But this thing it's amazing. Check this out. The pictures on here. The seal came up with this thing in its mouth, and it was almost like, look what I got. But the fucking octopus fights back and just puts its arm around him. Dude, it's insanity.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, more insane. It says here that a fully grown giant Pacific octopus can weigh as much as 50 pounds, and the largest on record was 600 pounds and nearly 30 feet across. Let me tell you, I come across an octopus like that, I'm going to have a coronary. I don't want to deal with any large octopus.
No, not at all. Not at all. I have nothing to do with giant octopus.
Right in your wheelhouse, scientists in the UK have examined a tiny metal circular object and are suggesting it might be a microorganism deliberately sent by extraterrestrials to create life on Earth.
Yes.
I don't understand what is happening here. It's a ball about the width of a human hair which has filamentous life outside and a gooey biological material oozing from the center. One theory was sent to Earth by some unknown civilization in order to continue seeding the planet with life. This is freaking me out reading this stuff.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, more and more. There's more and more things being found. There's more and more things being, released. Science finds out more every day of the week.
Yeah, hats off to the UK for posting shit like this, because we're not posting nothing like that here.
Yeah, no. It's pretty amazing, Could it be wrong? Of course it could be wrong.
Yeah, of course.
But it's interesting to say the least. That's what a lot of people think happened, that back in the caveman days and the Neanderthal days, that we weren't evolving fast enough. So aliens came down. This isn't my theory, but if you watch Ancient Aliens, this is what they tell you, might have happened. Is like Neanderthals weren't, evolving fast enough, so the aliens came down and they crossbred a Neanderthal with an alien and created humans.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, and then and so on and so forth. And then they gave us the technology, hence the pyramids. And then, they gave us all the technology and the knowledge that we have today. And that's it.
Imagine that was true. There was like a puppet master up there pulling the strings.
Fucking crazy. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. He's right.
I mean, that's, it's because these are the weird theories, right? Like it's either, either evolution happened, right? Over 250,000 years, whatever it was, the evolution of man, we went from Neanderthals to big forehead, big nose, big lip Neanderthals to humans the way that we are now. Or God created us, or fucking aliens injected their semen into a neat female Neanderthal and created us. Technically we're aliens. We're like half alien, is what they're saying.
It's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
It really is. I'd love to get that Suklus guy or whatever his name is from Ancient Aliens on here.
Send out. Get what's his name on here? Get Degrassi.
Yeah, oh man, I would love to
talk to him.
I'd love it.
I would do that interview baked.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I would break a 10-year.
You want me to throw a dart at his publicist?
Sure, why not?
He might come on. What the hell the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't Neil deGrasse.
Yeah, they canceled the Cleveland show, so
it'd be great.
Wasn't he the star of the Cleveland show?
No, he wasn't Cleveland.
It wasn't.
I think so.
Stupid, dude. He's so stupid. Anything else? Any other news?
No, I got nothing for you.
I'll tell you one thing. I watched the TV show The Slap because I thought it was about some guy just dipping it. So my wife saved it. She watched it with me last night on the DVR, and I tell you, it was good, man. It's like a really interesting cast. Peter Sarsgaard, Uma Thurman's in it.
What's it called?
It's called The Slap.
The Slap.
And he was getting ready to bang the babysitter, and he's shows you his life just hitting a dead end. He's turning 40, and he has a birthday party, and his wife, and everybody's on his nerves. And then one of his favorite cousin who's rich, and he's got all his families are there, other cousins, his sister, and they got a kid, and the kid's 7 or 8 years old. He's a total spoiled brat, and she still breastfeeds him. And she's like, "Yeah, give me some milk." And the kid's, he's this kid's in 3rd grade, and he's breastfeeding. And it's just so strange, and nobody gets the kid in line. The kid's destroying the guy's records, and it goes on and on. And the fathers hate each other. One guy's rich, and the other father's a hippie painter. And the kid winds up swinging a wood bat at the party when they're playing wiffle ball, and one guy takes the bat away and slaps the kid, open-handed bitch slaps this kid. It's not his kid. And then now it looks like there's going to be legal battles and everything else, but it's it was pretty good. I would check it out. You should check it out. It's only one episode in. I want you to check it out and tell me what you think. Look it on demand.
I have seen the advertise. I didn't see the show, but now that you say that the kid slapped him and there's a legal thing, I think that I've seen the previews for that now. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's good, man. It was better than I thought. I was disappointed that it wasn't about the ass slap. It was some
what
kid.
Channel?
It's on Channel 4, I think. It's NBC.
Yeah, it's one of the CBS type channels.
Yeah, NBC, I think.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to go when I'm done here. I'm going to go have some breakfast, some Valentine's breakfast. And I'm going to try to watch Better Call Saul. I haven't watched them. I got the first 2 on tape.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet?
No, I haven't watched them yet. And I got to watch them because I'm moving and changing cable providers. So I got to watch it today.
Let me tell you what. Just absolute perfection.
Let's see. I hope.
In my opinion, right?
And you know me, I love Breaking Bad.
Right. And the thing is that I got into Breaking Bad late, right? I had to catch up on everything on Netflix.
Me too.
And then I caught up right into the point. I think caught up into the season, right? Or no. Or the season was already over. It was already over, and then I had to watch it that way.
Okay.
Watched the whole thing on Netflix. And
amazing show.
It was great. But let me tell you what, this guy that plays Saul, he's
Brian Odenkirk?
Yeah, he's amazing. You know what I mean? And
he was in the show. What was that? Remember on MTV? He was on the what's his name? Bob and David show. Yeah, with David Cross, the Bob and David show on HBO, and he was also on the Ben Stiller show when that first came out.
Oh, okay.
Which was amazing. It was him, Andy Dick, Ben Stiller, and Janeane Garofalo, which was one of my favorite all-time sketch comedy shows. He's good. He's a funny guy.
He is, and he plays a good pro. The writing is amazing. It's just great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that today. I got to pack.
Right.
I got to pack. So anyway, check us out on theothermics.com. Check us out on social media. Like our Facebook page. Big shout out to ADO Radio. They're always giving us shout outs. Good guys. Check out their show. Spark Up. It's always better to listen to when you're toking a little bit. Also check out KotoMA.com. It's my other show, and that's all I got. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. President's Day. If you want to masturbate to a picture of Abe Lincoln that Mike has, it's an awesome picture.
Yeah, it is.
That picture's amazing, by the way.
It really is amazing.
I'm talking about it. He has a picture of Abraham Lincoln. I guess what they updated it and colored it.
Yeah, it's like a remastered real photo of Abraham Lincoln, and it's the exact moment when they're sketching his face for the penny.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing picture.
Yeah, it really is. It gives me, I told you, like it like creeps me out in like a good way to like look at that photo. It's awesome.
Anyway, until next week, I'm Mike W.
And I'm Mike T.
We'll see you next week, bitches.
You're back on your heels, baby. So far back, your hemline's touching dirt. And you never know, baby. Employed by the Nile, paid in a half truth. And everyone knows you're crazy, and they're probably right. Everyone knows you're crazy. Now it's out in the light. Everyone knows you're crazy, and everyone knows that you're crazy now. Yeah, you're back on your heels, baby. I'm gonna try to tell you about you way. John Santos said, "Don't give your little baby, crazy, crazy, crazy. Don't do the
That bitch is crazy. That bitch is crazy. That bitch is crazy.
That's not your mother, it's a man, baby."
Come on down here and let me tap that ass.
That bitch is crazy.
That's not your mother, it's a man, baby.
That bitch is crazy.